Hey, well, hello to everyone again out there in YouTube land. I hope that everybody's doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. I hope that everybody again is doing well. So I just wanted to come again with another, I guess, self-care tip. Don't worry about my background because it's a mess. I'm just doing some little tidying up or whatever. And sometimes when you're tidying up, you make a bigger mess. But anyway, I was, doing some tidying up, but I wanted to encourage us because I love house plants. I keep a lot of house plants. They're in my office, they're in the bedroom, they're in the living room, they're in the kitchen, they're everywhere. Okay, I keep them everywhere because it's a form of self-care, and it's just beautiful, when you can take care of some. And some of us may not be able to garden, but you can keep a house plant. You can keep a small one or a large one. But if you're just starting out, you can keep one that is small. And then some, I know somebody might say, well, I can't afford it, but there are a lot of groups, especially on Facebook, where you can trade or someone would just give you one for free. A lot of my plants during the pandemic came from either trade or people just giving me plants, different plants and stuff. Now, a lot of them have died because I had too many plants to care for, okay? And some of them I didn't know how to care for. So I know a little bit more because I've got a more manageable stable now. I call them a stable. I have it's more manageable, the plants that I have. I don't have thousands. I didn't have thousands before, but I did have a lot, a whole lot of them. But I don't have as many as I have had before. Plus, I have the ones that are more manageable, not just the size, but the variety and or type that I have. They're more manageable. Like pothos, that's one that's a tolerable plant that most people can take care of, and I've always had those since I started homemaking. I've always had those in the home. Well, they used to be called devil's ivy back in those days. But this is a plant, which is really a pothos, I guess, a variation of one, and it's called. I think this is Snow Queen, and I love how the leaves are so beautiful, and that spotted modeling on it or whatever is so beautiful and whatnot. And like I said, this is Snow Queen, and she's doing pretty good. She's getting some leaves. You know how they don't have she's getting some new leaves on her or whatever. And like I was gonna say, they're very easy to care for because and they take low light. Sometimes if you forget to water them, they're tolerant of your neglect and whatever. And it's a form of home decor. Some home decor is so expensive, depending on who or whatever. But some home decor is so expensive, but you can always add plants which are not so expensive and other things and put together, a little vignette or whatever like that in order to make yourself happy, or whatever, and to be creative. It'll be an outlet, a creative outlet for you, and all of that. So I keep a lot of houseplants. Like I said, you can join various Facebook groups that are in your area, and people are always giving away plants, or you can ask, do you have any plants, or ones that are still being rooted or being rooted at the time as well. Now, this one, I am not sure how it's going to play out, but I pray that it does well. Now, this, like I said, this is Snow Queen. This one is Marble Queen. Yeah, Snow Queen and Marble Queen, and it has that modeling on it as well, but different. This one is more white, and this one is not. But this is, like I said, the marble, and it has grown some leaves, but has lost some leaves. For some reason, I need to figure out what it really needs, and because I've had it for a little while. These were two that I traded. Someone contacted me. They were like, "Do you have this? Blah blah blah. I have something to give you." Da da da. I was like, "Oh, okay." And they had a lot of little plants or whatever for me and little stuff for me. But nonetheless, I'm just praying that it makes it, because these are also, pretty expensive plants, because now that plant breeders know that what people like, they have raised the price and call them, all of the give them all of these names and species and all of that, so that they can gouge you. Or no, let me stop talking about people. But anyway, they are expensive, but you can always get them for free, like I said, from someone, or you can trade if you already have something to trade. But yeah, I love this, but it looks a bit dull, and it maybe it's supposed to look dull, but I noticed that the stem of it kind of is old. I don't know what happened, but I'm praying that it does well. It was kind of a stressed plant. Like I said, someone traded them, but they're a plant breeder and whatever, but they had a couple of things that weren't all of that great, which I knew of, but I knew that with some love and care that they could be okay. So I'm praying that this gets big, because I have lots of pothos that are big or whatever. Let me show you this one. So I'm not sure if you can see, but the leaves are so big and so, you see how big these are? So big and so beautiful and whatnot. I love the variegated leaves. This is one of my oldest plants. I've had, like maybe this for 20, more than 20 years, actually, more than 20 years. But I have, kind of intermingled them with other ones. But yeah, these are so, this, I could even name this something and sell this as a breeder myself, but because I can call this a lemon lime, because I don't think I've even seen this variation of the pothos before. But they're just so gorgeous. It is so healthy and so big. I mean, look how big the stem is even. So hold on. Now this is another one. And like I said, I love them because they are so different. Now this is another pothos. Shinier, different, fresher, newer. Love this one. Look, I love this variegation on this leaf. I love the shape of it. Because like I said, I mix and match this. Now this is in a being being rooted, and I just keep them like that because for I don't always plant them in dirt. I'll just keep them in water or whatever. This needs water too. But yeah, I love that. I love the shape, the different shapes. I love this one. Different. This one is more heart shaped here or whatever. And I love that. Hold on. And now this too is another one. Now this one, if see how long this one is. Now this one reminds me of the Cebu Blue, which is very, very, like I said, I mix all of the different variations of the pothos like together or whatever. And this is, again, is in water. It needs to be cleaned and it needs more water. But like I said, someone can give you one of these. You can keep this. You can definitely take care of this. All you need to do is change the water every so often and clean the vase out. But let it root, and then you can either keep it like this, or put it in soil, or put some in soil, and then keep some in water, just so you can have a few of them around the house, like in your bedroom, bathroom, or kitchen, or wherever you hang out and like to see these things, because look at all these different pretty birthmarks on them and whatever. I just think they're so, they have so much character and life, and that's what they remind me of, and what I uh, you know make they are akin to to me, because the one thing I don't like is, death must come. There's death definitely must come. But one thing I don't like is people who don't have good news for you, or people who call you or contact you only to tell you that someone passed away. Can you call me and tell me something good that somebody's doing? So anyway, these are the good things that I love and look forward to. So anyway, I just want to encourage us. Like I said, these are self-care items, very inexpensive, economical, and whatnot, and obtainable. And it's something that you can learn to do. A lot of people say, "Oh, I don't have a green thumb, I'll kill it." You might do that, but in the meantime, in between time, you're learning it, because I'm telling you, over this pandemic, I had so many plants that I don't have anymore, but I do want to get them back. I am going to get some of them back because I love them. They were, very original or unique varieties or whatever. And yeah, I want to get them back, get some, but slowly but surely is how I want to do it. But I want to, there are some other ones that I have are unique around here now. I need to continue to learn their pattern and learn what they like. Then I'll start reintroducing others and whatnot. But anyway, just want to come in again, like I said, and just share this little self-care tips with you, and something that you can take care of, something that you can love, and it's a skill as well. It's a skill, to take care of these things. It's a skill that you're also learning. And it's, like I said, if you don't have a way to garden, like for vegetables, herbs, and fruit and things like that, the next best thing to it are house plants, so. And yeah, so anyway, everybody's got room for a small plant. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I love you very much. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I'm not really back yet, but there are just little things I want to share with us, because I know that there are times when we don't care for ourselves the way we should, or if people need upliftment, you know what I mean? And there's so much going on in the world. And I don't want us focusing. God does not even want us focusing on all the things that are going on in the world. We must focus on Him. Because once you start focusing and putting your all and your focus and your heart into these things, all of these wicked things that are going on in the world, it's going to take your focus off of God, and you are going to, you may plummet. You may plummet, because it's a lot going on. I mean, from one thing to another, to another, to another. So keep your eye and your focus on God. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye for now. Love you.